In now.
It's time for two birds and one stone with me, Mr. Trey. That feel good show to get you going. We're not in a position where we should agree. This isn't
an easy
subject, and that's okay around here.
You see, I got all my game from the streets of California. Young nigga.
I'm not questioning anybody's intelligence. I think we're past that. I'm now questioning the ethics of the situation.
So what? We smoke weed. We're just having fun.
I can't even believe it. I had to hang up on that guy. He just said he used weed that wasn't decarboxylated to cook. I can't do you today.
In my mind, they saying, make them remember your name. If they love you, it's cool. Give them a reason to hate you.
You could ask yourself an insane question. What if I'm not on any side and I just want the truth?
His gift is a curse. Forget the earth. He's got the urge to pull his dick from the dirt and fuck the whole universe. I'm not afraid.
Maybe we can have a debate over what successful is, but I can tell you one thing. I know I was meant to do this, and no one's going to argue that.
He said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Successful.
I'm very. You chunky motherfuckers, you are sexy. Don't matter how fat you put on, because you don't exercise, because you don't go out in the sun, because what they do when the bill bears start to get ready to hibernate, I know that the bears and the human factor. These girls be like, I need me a big boy to snuggle up to. He can keep me warm. They be like, Tracy, he just great for summer. He look good at the chili festival. But goddamn it, out by the pool when it's cold, that boy don't keep me warm. Oh, that's not true. Actually, I run like a damn. He's like, you get the best of both worlds. Yeah, Cammy's always like, he's so hot. And I'm like, yeah, are you going to eat? Oh, so, speaking of which, we should probably introduce the show and our lovely host. By the way, boys, hold on. I got an announcement. Where's next year?
Yeah, I'm here.
I have an announcement. And Cammy, the operations. Actually, she's just the princess and the president at the same time, and the queen.
No. She's the queen.
Queen. There is no democracy here. You're right.
Queen,
You're right.
that's-
There's no democracy.
That's look. You think that the king is in charge?
Until you meet the queen, and then she's like, and then everybody's like, oh, now I see who really runs shit. He isn't smart.
Nobody said that. What the fuck? Why do we have to go there?
I was thinking to myself, like, self-deprecation,
Hit the
man.
bar, man.
That's how real
You're
comedy
actually
works.
very smart.
That's true.
Hit that shit.
It's not
Hit that
fun to
shit.
say that.
Slow yourself down a little bit.
That's true. No, that's what my buddy just told me about basketball because I'd always come in the back to the cat when we were playing ball. And they
When
used
you're
to,
playing basketball?
so I got the nickname on the street ball court in the neighborhood group as Professor Lip.
You were a big like fourth, fifth, yeah. Third.
Was it third? No, the reason why is because
Fourth, you're big top three.
fourth if the
can
guys
ball with me.
when in the 90s if the guys from the joint. No, I'm saying you know how it is when the guys from the joint come out, they always get big first. They rough all.
Oh yeah.
So then I don't
you need that on your team. Do you have the lighter?
What you did? I was a really good point guard with handles. My shot wasn't anything like you'd want from a shooting guard or a shooting forward at all. Not at all. No. But I was a really good court general. I led my team in assists, for example.
Long live the queen, light the joint. Let's get the show going.
By the way, you are tuned into
Two birds.
One Stoner.
So what?
Got you,
Yeah,
homie.
you're
You
good.
forgot.
I really
forgot
did.
who I am.
No, I forgot. Just leave that. Just stop there. That's all you need to say, actually. So anyway, Chris, sorry. We have first. We got to liven up in this sucker here. It's kind of nice.
All
right.
Sports.
Right, I am.
This guy, we got to get him on subject. What are we talking about today?
Okay, so the subjects of the day are.
That's ready for you whenever.
No, seriously. The subjects for today are. We're gonna go. We're gonna go with today's subjects are the DEA, Shrooms, and then our other subject is actually border security.
Are they securing or are they not? No, we know. They really haven't secured shit for years.
I don't know about you, but that was getting
Ever.
annoying. Fuck.
Right.
Ever.
So we'll get and before you two get too hyphy on that,
No,
we'll
it
get
was-
to the security part of it.
It was just getting hyphy enough for you, man.
Let me get to my programming notes because it says that that's not even what we're talking about
Oh, okay.
first.
Oh shit! What are we talking about?
Yeah,
What are we
Sam,
talking
I'm
about?
curious.
First off, shout out to one of our sponsors.
Mm,
You wanna buy those too?
yeah.
Wanna buy? Come here.
Yeah, I wanna
He's
try
raised
it.
that was clear.
Look.
So, Chris, you don't know this, but we've come prepared for a show about shroom.
Yeah, I prepared about, I don't know, maybe about 45. Actually, probably about an hour ago now. I'm feeling pretty good.
So we decided that we would
There's no bleep
consume a product of the discussion today.
Just, make it real.
Thanks. Shout out to Sam's Creations, by the way, for that Halloween gift pack.
Wow.
Oh, man.
The booze.
Yeah.
The booze are in the house.
You know, like I told her, I like half
Little
this is for
ghosts,
Cammy, and
little
she still
ghosties.
sent 45 or 75% of it with shrooms stuff in it. And I was like, well, Cammy, here's the thing. You need that too.
By the way,
I
we
actually
are
talked to
set
her
in a
into
room
low
that's
dosing.
probably about 70 degrees. Nice, cool little breeze.
Perfect.
And I got a little bead of sweat.
How much did
Just
you eat?
dripping down, man. They said enough to have a intelligent conversation with others.
About the DEA?
And that's what we're talking about. So here we are.
Perfect. Okay, so here you go, boys. Here's your lead in.
Man. I don't know if it said
Hold on.
intelligent
You want to
conversation.
taste it back?
Yeah, I
Take a
want to
bite.
taste it.
She cooks so good. Like, can you imagine the greatest treat you want, Chris? And then they're just low dose psilocybin.
Wow.
Interesting.
Isn't it delicious? She's a great cook. That's so.
Man,
here's the thing: is
Tell
Chef
them how
Sam,
to get some of this, man.
at Sam's
Did you
Creations.
tell him?
Guys, just go to Sam's Creations on Instagram and
Man.
inbox her and tell her Trey sent you, or just
Man.
message, or just leave a message on one of her posts and say,
Bro.
"Trey sent me. Can you inbox me?"
And it's yummy.
Basically, you gotta hit
I
her
don't
in
know
the
if y'all
DM.
need me to co-sign on that, or because it's it's shrooms, but that shit is. I don't want to eat too much because I'm already dosed.
But and then he eats it. He's like, "I don't eat too much. I'm already dosed." And then he eats. Okay, I'm still chewing, so that's
But
why
did
I
you
haven't given you
die?
a lead in.
But did you die?
No, are we supposed to be eating on air? No. Well,
It's a
We're
new
working on
thing, man.
decriminalization here in Michigan now.
nice. We have that here.
I know.
Well, hold on. Let me jump to you before we get into the real subject today, because that way I can finish chewing. What is your decriminalization?
Oh, did
gonna
you want to
consist of?
chew the rest of that? I ate the
Well,
rest.
it's mainly on the ballot. It's decriminalized in Ann Arbor, Michigan
okay.
right now, but we're trying to decriminalize it in Lansing so that then in turn we can get petitions signed to actually get it on an election ballot to decriminalize it like cannabis.
Right on, man. Are you into growing shrooms or no?
Oh, yeah.
He said that so confidently that I just love him for everything he does.
I almost feel like that was like
Chris, I've
so
known you for
confident
almost a
that you
decade now. I
shouldn't have
love you,
even
man.
asked him.
You are a great human.
You should have just known.
I think
It's even,
in already. I'm over here
even
like,
better when you grow it in the same pot as your cannabis.
it takes about 30 minutes. I'm just like, what you
I'm
guys?
telling you, the little.
Hey, by
beads
the
of
time we
sweat.
get to the fun part of this show, no, I'm just playing. So here is your real lead in. I really do wish Michigan the best of luck because I think it's just crazy to me. I think it's just crazy to me consistently criminalize people and over just petty drugs. You know what I mean?
Well, and especially when the government has
Oh,
the
bro.
information on it already. When you have a government that already has done secret testings with these drugs and they already know the true outcome and they lie about it anyways.
Well, and so I just think it's interesting because like I said, we're going to be talking about some shrooms today. It says that what I'm reading, it says federal court hears case challenging DEA decision to deny psilocybin rescheduling, and the petition is without consulting any health officials. And I think that is the article that you sent me. And when I first read the title, Chris, I became extremely concerned because, well, how are you going to make a decision on something when you have no it just goes back to, it's like letting politicians who aren't doctors decide medical procedures for women. It's the same argument I've had the whole time. You're letting people who are unqualified to even have an opinion on the matter, denying it. And I'm sorry, but the DEA is unqualified. You are an entity of the United States government. You do as you're told because of what doctors and so here's the problem is the DEA decides it's scheduling because of law enforcement instead of medical professionals. There you go.
Yeah, they didn't talk to any doctors ever.
No, they don't.
No, and it all started with the DEA. The whole war on drugs.
Oh yeah. Like I said, oh, you could have just left that. But like I said, it's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, dude, like the DEA sucks. They've always sucked. Flipping birds. No, I'm just playing. No, seriously, I think the biggest problem with the DEA is that they tend to stand and say, "Well, we know what we're doing. We clearly have the upper hand on what we're doing. We are intelligent. We are smarter than you." And then they drop the ball on everything. They always do it.
I would understand if they actually had scientists doing research on this stuff to give face back evidence.
We just open it. Sorry, I was hoping to keep talking because we were producing behind the curtains.
I'm trying to smoke weed. I don't know.
Chris was just talking and then just stopped. And I was like, damn it, Chris, I'm trying to give Scott instructions. You're my don't cover fire, damn it.
And I'm over here just trying to cough like Chris over there. Damn it, man. You got that. I forget how good that weed is that you grow out there, man. I don't know why I said
new one for you, some skunk train.
Ooh.
Skunk train. Oh, do tell more, my friend.
It smells like it's stinky.
Yeah, skunk number 1 and train.
Does it do the stanky leg?
Oh yeah.
That's real skunk.
He said, "Oh
and
yeah."
the fact that a middle-aged white man in Michigan knows the stanky leg, also, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep, I'm into it. So is our crowd. They're into it.
Tell them how you feel.
They love that stanky leg. Woo! Woo! Why are you such a fan?
Because I was.
Oh, okay. I think I might be filming them already. All right. So the last time I did shrooms, we went to a wrestling event. It was fucking awesome. Me and you. Remember
I couldn't talk for like 3 days afterwards. I had no voice.
I took a picture of Podcast P from across the arena and then sent it to him making fun of him, telling him I was smoking weed without him. He didn't take that very well. He thought
the party bus.
Yeah, we like ran up out of there. He's like, "Come on."
And I was like, Podcast P, listen to me. Listen to me. Linda, listen.
Linda.
We sent you the picture of us making fun of you so you would come to the smoking section. That's why we sent it from the smoking section. I took the picture through the door, through the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember, I took it through the door, through the thing, all the way across. Chris, this is a great shot. Zooming in with my cell phone. I took a picture of Podcast P's face through a door, through the curtains, opening into the arena, through all that, all the way into Podcast P's seat. I just had the perfect angle from the smoking section to do it. It was fucking brilliant. And he was mad at us. I was like, will you at least appreciate the picture?
Right.
And then he smoked with us and he was good again, which is normal.
How about the shrooms after the party bus?
Bro. The only problem with the shrooms after the party bus was that we showed up from the concert and someone had shot at one of my DJs from the radio station.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. We're like, oh my God, this was the greatest concert. 1,000 people concert of Trey's. Great one. I got everybody popping backstage. We got DJ Kamikaze. It's a good concert. And guess what? I introduced this guy to freaking Dog the Bounty Hunter's son. And we're having a great time. we get told by the Dog the Bounty Hunter show that if we get caught in 48 states, just call him and he'll get us. They did really tell us that, did they not tell us that, Chris?
Yeah, heck
We
yeah.
said everywhere except Alaska and like I think it was Alaska and Arizona. Just like two
Yeah.
odds, just two weird states. That was it. But they could get us anywhere else. And I was like, you need friends like that in the world.
You do.
Snap.
You really do.
You
I
never
mean-
know when.
You never know. Now, let's get full on into this. So here's the deal, guys. I think that my biggest problem with psilocybin and the DEA making decisions is I have personally experimented on my body more than they have with this drug.
Right.
And I'm not saying you should listen to
medical
me.
background on psilocybin than they ever thought.
That's
Not
what
a
I'm
doctor.
saying. I'm not saying I'm worthy of listening to on this subject, and I've done more experimentation than these guys or their doctors.
We as a collective at this show are definitely more qualified.
Well, think about this. I take an anxiety medicine, right? I don't do the depression drugs, but I do take an anxiety medicine, and I try to focus on telling myself why you should be happy instead of being a douche, right?
Right.
And listen, people who deal with depression,
Which is something you should do anyways.
don't take my method as your method when I say you're being a douche by not being happy about the things you have in life, right? Like that's my way of dealing with it. Don't do that to yourself.
No. Actually,
I
that's
can
kind
take that heat. I can take that heat.
Actually, you shouldn't do that to yourself,
That's
honestly.
you're probably right. And while
Honestly.
I'm feeling these shrooms,
should-
I'm telling myself inside
you
that you
should
shouldn't do
be-
that, bro. That's not nice.
No. Like real talk, you should
Bruce
be
Lee
nicer
said you
to
shouldn't
yourself.
say stuff like that bad about yourself
No.
because the universe is multi-layered and
Yes.
infinite, and you could be harming your other self
Well,
or
I mean,
yourself.
Worry.
I can't tell you about nothing that deep, but I can tell you that you can just talk to yourself.
Can we give a shout out to Ganja Greg today? Shout out to Ganja Greg.
man.
Hanging out with one of the Marleys
Damn.
recently. He was sending me some,
That was
inboxing me some
That was
photos.
some dope ass shit. Yeah,
Right?
man. Always out there doing something
positive.
in Denver, positive, and that
For the
city,
community.
I'm so happy that because he used to be
I'm
in the
glad I
Springs.
met him. I'm so
He
glad
used to
I
be
met-
in the
yeah,
Springs,
he-
but I'm
he went
so
to Denver,
glad
he had
that
more
he went up
opportunity.
to Denver because that city
My legs are
needs.
farting, or my feet are starting to feel a
people
little tingly.
like-
I'm like, oh yeah.
Ganja Greg is an awesome dude, man. Positive dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in Denver spreading positivity, and that city needs that.
Well, check this out. I'm going to
that's a
go
lot,
to the
I guess.
conservatives side of this and
Oh,
dig
God.
right into their chest. Actually, you already knew it, right?
Oh god.
No, dig right into their chest on something they care very much about, and so do I. 22 veterans on average a day kill themselves.
Oof.
And psilocybin has been saving military combatants' lives
Oof.
when they come home from war. And so this
Bro.
is, you say you care about soldiers, right?
Girl.
So I'm just asking you to be a little more lighthearted on pot and psilocybin. And I'm asking you to be a little more
Right.
lighthearted because
Right.
it's saving lives, not only in the military
Yeah.
community, but also in the private world
Right,
too.
right,
And
right.
people like me who struggled. Listen, I was beat down from the time I was brought up. And so maybe I had a hard time liking my fucking self. I'm in entertainment. Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, I'm going to tell you a secret about entertainers that most people don't know. Deep down inside, we aching, baby. That's why we're good at what we do, because we're better at keeping you happy than ourselves. Swallow that one. Next time you chew me out for being fucking liking maybe something a Democrat or maybe something a Republican or maybe something that's not even political that you didn't like.
Right.
Now, if you want me to eat shit on sports stuff, look, I got the skin for that, buddy. Let me tell you, I will eat you alive.
I
I
fucking
will eat your
love.
children on sports posts.
We love doing that.
I'm a heartless
love doing
cunt on
that.
sports posts. Let me tell you, I will tell you right
I
where you
believe
can
that's
shove
part
your
of the
opinion.
reason that
and-
that stuff was
Mhm.
invented. You know,
Yeah,
let's
I thought that's what
let's
sports
vent
was
our
for, was to be dicks to each
frustrations
other.
over there. You
And
know?
I've had people go, "I'll wet you up over a comment on a sports post," and I'm like, first off, listen, Lisa, it was really a girl. That was the best part. But I was like, you don't have to go around shooting people over sports
Wow.
posts. Yeah, believe that or not, it was actually a girl.
But
who said she's gonna shoot
maybe
me
she
over
wasn't
sports posts.
talking about wet you.
Oh my
up.
God, I didn't even think about that.
It was
I
like,
was
"I'll
thinking of
wet you
violence
up."
because it was sports, and I was like, you want to shoot me?
No. She just liked the way she liked the aggressiveness.
I am
and it
cute
made
in
her
a brim
wet.
hat too.
Oh,
I mean, even Mama says that.
could have been that. What
Okay.
up, Clapper? We had one person in on the live.
Get it clapping.
Clap.
Wait, is that the name of the app?
Clap. I don't. Yes.
What is this?
Clapper.
Is this like
Check
Truth
me out
Social
on,
for normal people?
check me out on Clapper. It's an adult thing, you know.
Wait
so
a minute, hold on, it's
you
Chris.
have to
That
have
means
a
there's gonna be things-
profile with your nutsack showing.
What?
Whoa!
Yo, my
You have to
feet
have a
are really-
profile with your
I
balls.
can't tell right now if he's serious or not. That's the problem.
Go check it out, Scotty 719.
By the way, speaking of shrooms,
You might
so
see my
here's the
nuts,
thing:
you
is
might not.
my problem, and this is why we haven't spent a whole lot of time on the sustenance of this, is because we'd rather just talk to you about how shrooms are great to help people, and psilocybin and cannabis, cannabinoids, and cannabis compounds have been helping, like soldiers, firefighters, police, guys. Believe it or not, even police, when they've been through something super traumatic
Right.
and it causes them to have to leave the force, you don't want to know the like 80% of them who turn to cannabis and psilocybin instead of pharmaceutical drugs. Because even the people that enforce these erroneous laws, just stupid laws, have stopped a guy who's tripping balls and been like, this is the happiest motherfucker I've ever arrested. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, these guys have stopped people enforcing, stopped citizens enforcing these erroneous drug laws, right? And said, holy fuck, this dude is stoned out of his mind. And the only thing I got on him is he's talking to the entire public. We are absolutely at an impasse at this moment, Chris, but I'm going to lean on you to talk about the positive things that you've seen from Shroom real quick.
Oh yeah, I mean, like it's a total brain vacation. It can be quite enlightening, and the amount of things that it's helped people in the military community, like our veterans, people in the police force, fire department. I mean, you would really be surprised who consumes this product, and it doesn't necessarily always agree with some of the dumb laws that they're employed to enforce.
Bro, I can't tell you how many cops have stopped me with weed. And after the change, though, of course, right?
Yeah.
Obviously not before. I'm smart. I used to straight stay at home and smoke, bro. Or a lot of the clubs I'd go to, I'd be like, listen, you have to allow smoking in a private green room that the police are not granted access to until after we can be out of there, so that they have no eyewitness to who actually smoked what. Otherwise, we're not doing a show at your fucking venue.
Yep.
Because I used to tell people, I'm not coming to your state to go to jail for weed. I'm not going to do hard drugs. I'm not going to fuck around even something cool like, sorry, kids out there, mute, if you got kids in the car, mute this one. But I'm not going to go and shy away from fun drugs like a little acid or shrooms, right?
Right.
I think that mind melting is what keeps you sane, honestly, if you want to know the truth between you, me, and the walls.
Right.
That's what the Vulcans call it.
The Vulcans.
Mind melding. That's how they mind fuck, basically. I mean, it's fun. I want to be a Vulcan. They seem more rational than most people, but rational to a fault, because even a logically rational person, ask Cammy. Cammy will tell you. She'll be like, if I'm telling him something that I need him to understand, that there is no logical information that's going to save your life from me.
Right.
Yeah, good luck. She's like, good luck. He is annoyingly conflicting, even to a point of hostile uncompromise, because your feelings do not ever match logic to him. And that's not true, but it's just true enough, often enough, that she can get away with saying it pretty much.
Right.
So I'm not a prick in a sense of that, but I am hard to compromise on an issue. If you're telling me that this should be this way because my feelings, you just won't get very far with me. That's all. That's all. So I just want to say that I really enjoyed eating shrooms while talking about the DEA not having any idea about shrooms in a place where they can't even knock on my door and bother me because I ate shrooms. One, the evidence is gone. You gonna go inside me to get it there, bigger? And two, it's decriminalized, which means why the fuck are you at my door in the first place?
Right.
I just love that.
Go to somebody else's
made a
door where
mess.
it's still criminal. I mean, no,
Clean it
don't.
up.
Please don't. I should
Still
not even
step
say that as a joke because those pricks would literally do it.
Don't come unless you got a warrant.
Right? So, and even then, be prepared to have a lot of problems with your warrant because the first thing I'm going to do is if it's not a no-knock warrant, then I have the right to make you sit there and wait while I contact my attorney. Going to take me at least 2 or 3 hours to get them on the horn. And then once I get them on the horn,
to do it.
and then once I get them on the horn, I'm going to tell them, yes, I will chime you the money right now. And then they're going to call an emergency injunction hearing with the fucking judge that signed your warrant.
While you're
Or
waiting
actually,
outside my door.
they may actually go outside of you to another judge to challenge the warrant, saying you didn't even have the right to get the warrant in the first place
Yeah, right.
in this jurisdiction. See how that works there, buddy? You want to know why people aren't going to jail every day and they aren't showing up like the goddamn German Gestapo at everybody's house arresting people and just taking them away? You want to know why that's not happening in Colorado Springs as an example?
Well,
Because I would literally go to federal court and say, but what am I doing wrong in my town? And that is challengeable all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court would have to say that you have no state or citizen civil rights in your municipalities, guys. And that the federal law is in, how do they say it? It's in conflict with the city or state law that exists. And not only that,
which is why it's so important when you, just to interject right there,
go for it.
That you're not breaking any federal laws.
And I bring up the pew 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 pew
because
the pew pew
or state.
you know why I bring up the pew pew? Because the same rulings on the pew pews for states' rights on the pew pews
Override federal.
It doesn't override it all of the time. But what I will tell you is states' rights on guns is my argument for states' rights on weed. If you'll do it for the guns, you need to do it for weed because it's no different. We're
Right.
asking you for the right
You
to
should
conduct
do
our
it for
business
shrooms.
outside of federal guidance and law because it's too harsh for where we live and our in the particular lifestyle. And this is the same argument like the Texas gun community makes every time.
every time.
So I'm using and shout out to you, Texas gun community, because I give you shit sometimes, right? Because sometimes I think you go too far. But I also have your back on gun rights because I think that my pew pew is my pew pew and leave me alone, pew pew.
right.
But at the same time, I
as
also
long
think
as
that
I'm
you
not
go
pew pewing all over the place.
right, and I don't on like, hey, everybody, even convicted sex offenders and murderers should be able to use. I ain't going that far,
We might want to pew pew them.
but we can't give them a pew pew.
Okay,
Man, I'm already a sloppy bitch with this coffee.
bro. I spilled the whole fucking drink.
I would not admit that on a recorded show.
I did.
On the lip.
I cleaned it up.
There's
and then stepped
anarchy
on
in
it.
this studio, bro. I'm telling. Oh yeah, I see you barefoot. There's anarchy in this studio. Like there's stuff that
Nah.
when this show
You
is
don't do.
over, I
There's
will have
shit
to
that you
get a
don't
steam
do.
cleaner out. Let me put it
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
That is not a joke or an overstatement, by the way. That is a literality, buddy.
No.
Yeah, you better
It's
get
not
that
good.
hooked up before the
You
queen
told-
notices.
Bruh, I'm
No,
glad we're
but
done
what's
by
cool about
3.
it is,
I'm glad we're done by 3.
and since we went into it, it was a blue drink. I'll admit to it. Do you
It-
see blue?
A little,
Little tiny faint.
which is
And that's
why we're
without
going to
any
pre-treat it during the
pre-treat.
break,
That's
and then,
without
and
any
then we're just going to have to
steam
leave it
clean,
alone
so
until
I think
then.
we're good.
And like I said, and we'll pre-treat it during the break
Must
so that
be
it's
some
ready
good
to
carpet.
get.
That must be that stain resistant.
Oh, this shit's dirt, and that's why I'm worried.
I didn't let it get.
This
I
is
didn't let it
cheap
get to the
apartment
dirt.
carpet, bro.
The
I
dirt's
swear.
way
Like we
away.
didn't spend a lot on this stuff for the studio. We spent close to nothing on this carpet.
You could lie and say that it's good and just make me feel like it's gonna happen.
I mean, what are you, Preston? No, I wouldn't do that to
I'm
you.
just high on shrooms, bro. I'm just really stuttering. Hey, do you
We love you, Podcast P. Have fun working for the man.
Oh yeah, the wall man.
Good luck paying the Broncos bills. What?
Ooh,
That was a good one, right?
how's that as a Buccaneers fan? You little
Yeah,
bitch.
bitch. Bitch. He likes the Broncos too, though.
I know. I should be nice.
All right.
to
Well,
him.
here to you two hoes, it is the halfway mark, and that means that no matter whether we like it or not, it is time to move on to the final subject: border security and how America is so scared of brown people they forgot we actually have a northern border
Oh, my
too.
God.
This conversation was brought on last minute because of
not
a
read that.
conversation that inadvertently I got into with Chris in text message. I was like, fuck this. This needs to be our topic today.
Oh, is that what happened?
Because
Okay.
we were talking about the shit that gets sneaked across the northern border while everybody's looking south. That's the truth.
Right.
Why are you snitching? Okay, I'm here for it though.
Christian rude trade, says the listener.
Coming through Canada, Scotty.
He's probably right. I'm rude.
Look, the homies
Shout out
are
to-
up
shout
north,
out to
okay?
Michigan,
You
though.
guys are my
Shout out to
homies
Michigan.
up north.
Those northern cats, they can get me in like August, maybe late July.
Yo, don't
But
be
you can't
giving
get me up there early. It's too cold or
Oh,
late.
okay.
It's too cold, bro.
It's not that bad here right now.
I would like some lake fishing for some fucking
Hell yeah.
monster fucking
Chris, tell me where the fish are. I'm
salmon.
coming out there.
some monster pike or salmon. Yeah, we get our salmon run in November up at 11 Mile,
Bro, can I catch
just east of here or west of here.
That's a long ass drive.
It's 11 Mile canyon, and that's the drive through the canyon. That's not including the actual fucking drive there.
But it's worth it though. Telling
Oh
you.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's 70
Why
up
do
there right
those
now. I think
fish?
it's about 70 here. It's 73 right now,
Yeah.
actually. Only.
It's gorgeous.
It's
Such
perfect
a
weather for
gorgeous
Colorado.
day.
If you go out into Colorado, because you guys remember what we get the advantage of at the altitude is the air's a little colder, but we're closer to the sun. So
So
you're
if you
right
get
on
the sun-
cloudy days, it is balls
cold.
fucking cold here on cloudy days, is it not? But on sunny days, I be outside in a fucking tank top in the middle of winter when there's snow on the ground because it's fucking 75 degrees with snow on the ground.
Which means if you get hot, all you gotta do is find a shady spot.
Pull out layers too. I wear like what I wear is like
You gotta have.
I got a
layers in
tanky,
Colorado.
then a short,
Got to.
then a long, and then whatever shirt I'm really wearing is over that, like a jersey or whatever. And now I can just start ripping stuff off when I get fucking hot, and I can put the bitch right back on the minute the clouds roll in. You got to be prepared here. You cannot go outside without like 3 to 4 seasons at a time of weather.
Right.
And even in the summer, because when it fucking rains, we're at altitude. We're literally 10,000 fucking, or we're literally just halfway, more than halfway. I live in the foothills, so I'm at like 7,500 feet, 7,500 feet, bro. I'm almost
Right.
fuck. What is that? Almost that's over a mile up in the air. It's getting closer to a mile and a half up in the air. Actually, it is a mile.
We're
and a half.
actually higher here. Than
Yeah, I'm about a
most.
mile and a half in the air.
250 feet is a mile.
Yeah, so,
5280 actually.
So we're above a mile, and we're actually higher than Denver.
I know that because Denver's exactly 5280 a mile.
Yeah.
The center of Denver, like its marker point or whatever, the center of Denver's literally at 5,280
That's why they call it mile high.
feet. Yep,
Mile high,
5,280 feet. 5280. There's literally bakeries, fucking shops, cafes. Dude, you could fucking think of 5280 seamstress, 5280 this, 5280 cannabis, 5280
Everything.
fucking oils, all of it, bro. Like it is a thing here.
I just want a shop that says.
by the way,
280.
Do you know what? Just like at Switchbacks games, bro. Now you know I got to come down from my mountain to go down to those games at 6,600 plus feet, right? But bro, or I think it might be 6,500 feet. But anyway, bro, you know what we do at the start of every game? An alarm sounds like as if we were getting bombed or something, and it starts like everything turns red and it starts going altitude warning, altitude warning. You are, and then it's like you are at altitude of 60. Where the air is rare, bitches. Okay, they don't say bitches. That's true. They don't say that bitches. I do. But and because it's a pride factor, isn't it up here? Like you ever go
Where
down
is this
to
at?
sea
I
level
don't
and you
even
can
know
all of
what
a sudden
you're
you feel a little more fit.
Bro,
I go to
you just
sea
take your
level-
car from
Bro,
here
if I go
down
to-
to sea level,
Bro, if I
it
go to
runs
sea level,
better.
yeah. If I go to
If
sea
you
level, I can run like 5
drink
miles,
here,
not
if you
3.
pre-drink here, go down to sea level, like you know.
Bro,
You
when
know
I went
this
to Florida,
weekend.
I could pound them at first when I first got there. I didn't start really getting drunk easy until I'd been there for about 3-4 months. And then it kind of caught up to me. And I went out one night and I was like, why am I so fucking shit faced now? And I was like, oh, can't fucking drink like that anymore. That's what it is. my what do you call it? My kryptonite, anti-kryptonite wore off,
This
man.
guy. He's like, then I found the coke dealer.
Oh my God. Who told you? No, I'm just playing. All right, let's go to break. When we get back, though.
What time to go to break.
What a time to go to break as a year. When we get back, though, guys, we are going to really dive in for a second here on a very serious topic of border security at both borders, because I think that we can all agree on one thing, that while there's a humane process, we also do have to make sure that we are keeping track of both borders, not just one.
North versus the south.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You shouldn't even say it that way. It sounds so bad. We'll be back after the break. time for Two Birds and One Stoner with me, Mr. Trey. That feel-good show to get you going.
I woke up so motivated, I can't even lie. I've been stressing
We're not in a position where we should agree. This isn't an easy subject, and that's okay around here.
You see, I got all my game from the streets of California. Young nigga.
I'm not questioning anybody's intelligence. I think we're past that. I'm now questioning the ethics of the situation.
So what, we smoke weed, we're just having fun.
I can't even believe it. I had to hang up on that guy. He just said he used weed that wasn't decarboxylated to cook. I can't do you today.
In my mind, they saying, make them remember your name. If they love you, it's cool. Give them a reason to hate
You could ask yourself an insane question. What if I'm not on any side and I just want the truth?
His gift is a curse. Forget the earth, he's got the urge to pull his dick from the dirt and fuck the whole universe. I'm not afraid.
Maybe we can have a debate over what successful is, but I can tell you one thing. I know I was meant to do this, and no one's going to argue that.
He said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Successful.
It's time for Blunt Football Talk.
In trouble, gets away. Mahomes racing with the bad ankle and all inside the
My
20.
concern is that Kyler doesn't come back until late in the year, and so...
Parsons on the move, and Micah Parsons is in.
Hey, tell me you didn't grow up in the projects without telling me.
I grew up with adjacent.
Third and long, it's Von Miller putting his stamp on this one.
Things. Good for you. I hope it fucks your life up. I hope you fail. I hope you fall flat on your face. I'm like, these are my friends. This is us.
The ball comes out of his hand toward the end zone. Picks up.
Definitely have the Baltimore Ravens.
Nobody feels bad for Deshaun Watson coming back and having terrible performance.
J.K. Dobbins' hand. The middle. Oh, what a catch by Kittle.
Yeah, so that's. I think the Chiefs are going to totally
And
dominate.
the Kansas City Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
This is Pro Football Talk. That's Pro Football done.
Unprofessional. That's fun.
Look, everybody loves creativity, good food, and hard work. That's why it's so easy to love Sam's Creations. Sam's Creation is award-winning cannabis food creations. Find Sam's Creations on Facebook and Instagram with Sam's with a Z, Creations with a Z. Or place your order today at 719-283-1701.
Trey gonna be that old guy in sandals and khakis with a button.
I've been saying this for how long now?
I can't step outside naked.
We jumped into the river.
What did you do? Did you run
I
along
jumped
the river
in.
bank?
I let autocorrect make me look stupid on Facebook every day. With Luxembourg. I can't do it.
It's Luxembourg.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That's what they all say.
You trying to get me to do the Humpton and something.
Ah!
Look at you, girl.
I said it's too early.
Sexual tracking app on it. And it found out
Yeah, he's
that...
actually using that. Welcome home, gentlemen from the 4th Infantry Division, 4th ID.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be funny, but it kind of escalated.
I think he was trying to hit her on a discount. Oh! My nigga.
They used to listen to FM, but they played the same old
If you're looking for a cut, trim, color, or just an updo, check out Jamie at Rebel Hair Art. That's Rebel Hair Art on Instagram. You can book with her at 719-262-9011. That's at Studio One Salon, 262-9011.
All right, it's time to have that talk. Yeah, I'm talking to you, homeowner. Don't you try to run away, townhome renter and apartment renter. Look, every time we move, they charge us a ridiculous amount of money. Every time you need something remodeled, those people charge you a ridiculous amount of money. So this time, when I moved, I got my whole deposit back. Now, I can't promise you the same results, but what I can tell you is I went through Quality Peak Customs. That's right. That's handyman and remodeling. And at Quality Peak Customs, they're going to take care of you the best they can to help you get the best job you can. So whether it's moving out, needing your apartment brushed up for the handover, your townhome, you want to rent that out, you need it fixed up for the big remodel, hey, that house, Yes. When's the last time you've done something? Well, when you do it, why don't you call Quality Peak Customs at 719-964-6871. That's 719-964-6871. You can also email Quality Peak Customs at qualitypeak.customs@gmail.com for your free quote today. You can check out Quality Peak Customs on Facebook as well. Let's go with Quality Peak Customs for your next move, your next remodel, or the next time you need a helping hand around your home.
Hey guys, it's Chuck.
And Dillinger.
We're from Control Alt Throw Against Wall.
And we have many exciting topics coming up for you in the coming weeks. We got Muppets.
We got more MCU.
We definitely got to talk about that Quantumania.
Don't forget about Muppets.
We're gonna do a big Muppet show. But we got lots more other. If pop culture keeps creating things, we're gonna talk about it and getting high in the process.
And definitely getting high.
We should probably really learn about more stuff. But
play with our Muppets.
Yeah, find us, subscribe to us, check out our show wherever you can get podcasts, and we're thankful you all are here. Yeah.
Yep, peace.
All right, bye.
Now, it's time for Two Birds and One Stoner with me, Mr. Trey. That feel-good show to get you going. We're not in a position where we should agree. This isn't an easy subject, and that's okay around here.
You see, I got all my game from the streets of California. Young nigga.
I'm not questioning anybody's intelligence. I think we're past that. I'm now questioning the ethics of the situation.
So what, we smoke weed, we're just having fun.
I can't even believe it. I had to hang up on that guy. He just said he used weed that wasn't decarboxylated to cook. I can't do you today.
In my mind, they saying, make them remember your name. If they love you, it's cool. Give them a reason to hate
You could ask yourself an insane question. What if I'm not on any side and I just want the truth?
His gift is a curse. Forget the earth, he's got the urge to pull his dick from the dirt and fuck the whole universe. I'm not afraid.
Maybe we can have a debate over what successful is, but I can tell you one thing. I know I was meant to do this, and no one's going to argue that.
He said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
I don't even know what time of day it is anymore. Afternoon, evening, morning, America. Bro, a lot's happened in this motherfucking studio. Oh.
Thanks, buddy.
My bad, bro. You're right. I didn't even turn on his shit.
Like the live knows what's going on, but
the live knows
the
truth.
radio world.
The feed.
The feed world.
Feed.
Like, what?
We're going to call the algorithm the feed.
What is it?
Algorithm? The algo. You call him AI, I call him Al, because he's a thing. No, I'm just playing.
He appreciates you.
The Skynet is real.
Can I use this live?
Trey again.
You were going to use this, wasn't you?
Yep, for that though.
Oh, okay. Not for the right purpose.
Actually, I could say that they are equally right, you douche.
Oh, no.
It's an NFT.
Okay, NFT. Let's tell them about the NFTs. Look, hey,
we are
don't
not
bring up
selling
NFTs.
for the record. No, we are not.
I still have NFTs for sale. I once had over 10,000. I don't. And actually, what's crazy about it, right, is I want to say, God, I have to go into my. Anyways, like 2 weeks ago, our NFT was actually the highest trader in a market that's.
I can't remember last time I actually logged into my shit. I just let it ride.
Bare ass market. And they also count trades as like between NFTs. You know what I mean? Because that's what they were.
Nothing
was sold.
Yeah.
Nothing was sold.
It was just a trade. It's like trading stocks for stocks. No real money exchanged hands.
Because at this point, it's become more like a collector.
So we are here to talk about on this segment of the Two Birds and One Stoner show here on Two Birds and One Stoner show right here on Wake and Bake America Radio.
Wake, the letter N, Bake, AmericaShow.com.
If you throw some dashes in between the wake and the in and the bake, a couple dashes in there, it really finds us even easier, actually, funny enough.
If you want to get fancy.
If you want to get fancy with it. We're also live on Podbean right now.
Right now.
If you're checking the show out live, if you're listening to it later after it goes up after recording dates and stuff, then, well, shout out to you too for coming around and still checking us out.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Coming up later on down the road after this show, the city of Denver's collected $5 million in recreational cannabis tax. $500 million, in recreational cannabis tax. We're selling nearly $15 billion in product. We're talking about that on future shows. And also, is America under siege by the church? It's facing a religious overthrow of the American people and its government. From book bans to removing historical facts, killing voting rights, and removing women's rights, how far will the Freedom Caucus, as they call themselves, caucus away freedoms?
Man,
Mr. Smee. All right, so but let's get on topic here today, and let's get with it.
We're talking about something jazzy. I feel jazzy.
No, we're actually talking about border security.
Okay, so the last segment.
That really went left, huh? Yeah, so the last segment should be short. No, we're not talking. So we are talking about border security, but we're not talking the border security that you people, you know who those people are, want to talk about.
We're not talking about your grandparents.
We're not talking about border security your grandparents want to talk about, for God's sakes. We're not talking about border security that your drunk uncle wants to talk about at Thanksgiving dinner this year.
Or Steve.
Or Steve. That guy's a dick. But anyway, we're talking about securing the northern border from those pesky Canadian drug dealers.
Hey?
Yeah.
They didn't see that coming.
They didn't see that coming. So we did some looking into some research, Chris and I, and we have Chris on the show. We have listeners. We have a heavy body of listeners that listen to Control Alt Against the Wall. By the way, check those guys out right here on Wake and Make America Radio. New episodes available right now. So we got a couple of 3 broadcasters on the staff out of Michigan, and so we get a large audience out of Michigan, and so we've had some discussions about border security, and quite often I bring up the fact that guns are sent out of the United States of America to a country where independent gun ownership outside of hunting and personal protection at your home is illegal.
In the middle of this fucking.
So basically what I'm getting at is that we got to take a look at the northern border too and get off the brown scare, the brown menace, because it's not just brown people from the South bringing drugs into the country, guns and so forth being shipped into the country. It's actually happening, believe it or not. And by the way, I may go to 40. I was out of the area for the summer, and I had just gotten back, so I wasn't able to go to this one this year. I didn't go to Bongathon or Turf Float, none of that stuff this year. I have not been to any of them. So fun. Any of them, I want to go. You got to go to Bongathon. You got to go to Turf Float out in Oklahoma. Those are 2 really great events.
You know, Oklahoma, you can actually you
can get a smoker's license for the
ahead of time
if you're a patient in another state.
Yeah,
you learned that because of looking into Oklahoma laws.
It's pretty awesome.
See what happens when you read, folks? Oh my God! Oh, Bobby Blunt's misses you. You know what? Bobby Blunt's on me. But you tell Bobby, do me a favor, tell Bobby that first off, Mr. Trey and Cammy Renee say, "What's up?" And of course, Scotty Pippen, all the homies from the show, of course.
I haven't met you yet, but
so
I've heard a lot about you. Yeah.
So check this out.
Back on schedule here.
So here's the thing: is what we were able to find out was not quite to the extent of the cartel level, right? That's obvious because of what that operation is able to do, kind of.
Well, the cartel is hard to tell right now exactly if they're just in Mexico or America anyway.
They're in Canada too. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
So the thing is guys, as drugs come in through the northern border and guns go out to the northern border, and what we call the cocaine for champagne drug deal, which is they are taking guns from America that are illegally shipped to Canada where they're not legal to own like that, right? And they take these guns to Canada and trade them in for cocaine, which is a little easier to get in Canada a hold of, I guess. I don't know why this is true, by the way. I still don't understand why that is a thing, but apparently it's easier to get a brick of cocaine in Canada and bring it to the U.S.
Bro, they got the good shit up there. I mean, let's be honest.
Full flake Peruvian.
It's
because they got
mayor of
ports.
Toronto.
That's a port.
That's
an important town.
Openly used. Okay. Openly used it. Was like, fucking kick me out of office.
Oh, wasn't there the guy that was that
okay.
the one the guy that had the crackhead? He was like smoking crack or whatever, Mayor. Or maybe that was here. That sounds very American. I mean, if we're being honest here, that sounds very American. The mayor smoked crack. America. Shit. Did you guys ever see when that story dropped? You should have seen all the racial shit said. And then how many people in there were like, all of a sudden you saw comments start deleting?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was racist shit said, and the mayor that smoked crack was actually a white guy. And so the irony was, is people, thanks DEA again, you fucking cocksuckers, for associating crack smoking with black people. Because the truth is, drugs don't give a fuck what color you is.
I'm white. I love them.
Oh my God. That wasn't the point we were making, but yet you still make a valid point. God damn it, I hate you.
Nah, just...
All right, so we took
Mine
shrooms.
are all legally prescribed, though.
We ate shrooms and did a show.
But it's the same
very
thing, which is why it makes it hard for me to judge somebody that does drugs. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
Because I get mine legally prescribed to me.
Your best drug dealer is your doctor, which he and I need to have a talk.
You should talk to my
I'm
doctor.
threaten your doctor to stop giving you stuff.
Probably should.
Shout out to Young Fats. Check out Young Fats Music, by the way, guys. Please.
Oh, yeah, he's got a
great friend of mine. Been a good friend of mine for many
soon,
moons. And I'm not even doing it like Stephen A. Smith does. I really do know this man. We started on the short end of the hip hop train, and we ended up on the motherfucking engine. Okay, leave us alone. Let us ride, baby. Now, it wasn't the first or second engine, but we was in the engines. Hey, shit. All right, so, I think that you have to look at, when you look at border security, you can't just, so first off, this is, like I tell people, I get accused by Republicans of being a Democrat, I get accused by Democrats of being a Republican. The truth is I'm just a true down-to-earth independent person who sees the problem. That's it. So here's my problem with border security. As we get towards the end of this show, it's simple. You have Republicans that continue to say that we only have a border crisis at the southern border. That's a lie. There's a border crisis at the northern border. Drugs come in, guns go out in the northern border. But because shame on Republicans for trying to make it up like there's only this brown menace, when the territorial border from coast to coast over Canada is far greater and far easier to sneak drugs across. First off, let me just point that out. So I fault Republicans for trying to race bait this. I fault Republicans for trying to race bait this. Because the truth is we do have a security problem at the southern and northern border, but we have a genuine humanitarian crisis inside that as well at the southern border. And we have a problem because the last administration put a bill in place due to the COVID stuff that halted essentially basically anybody at the southern border. Odd, right? From being able to seek asylum and all this other stuff, just at the southern border. Odd, again, right? But anyway, some of those very bad and poor policies, I think, have driven a problem that still remains unchecked. Every year, when the summer shifts to the northern hemisphere, right? We see this influx of migrants, right? It doesn't matter what the reason is, in my eyes. These are people, okay? So you got poor people. You've got people that are running from the fear of gangs and cartels. You have so many reasons that it's unfair for you to even attempt to judge why they're running to somewhere that they have heard their entire fucking life is the promised land. To them, it is the biblical land of milk and honey. So shame on you for not even being willing to understand why people migrate. Why those things happen, from politics to policy to hunger to fear, and then to combine that with the fact that the cartels do really use that as a pathway to get access to the veins of trade into the United States on illegal or black market stuff, and the same thing's done at the northern border. That's it, guys. It's a problem. It should be addressed, but I think that we cannot just treat everyone at the southern border because they're brown like they're criminals. And we can't treat everyone at the northern border like they're okay because they happen to look like middle suburban America.
But and here's the other thing is we wouldn't all even be here if it weren't for our ancestors coming to this country and being immigrants.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What were you about to say?
All our ancestors escaped the hierarchy of the king and queen in England.
Oh yeah, the class system that we somehow managed to still put in place here and just put a president instead of a king. I mean, and gave people the audacity and the idea that they have a say so in it when you kind of really don't. You have a say so in who has a say so at best. There we go. I'll give you that, America. You deserve it.
I loved that music, by the way.
It was really like very.
Made you feel it. Made you feel it.
Made you feel like what you were saying.
It made me think.
Oh, it's gonna get banned now.
But what about the militants?
Oh, here, I'll give you another one.
You know, the lonely soldiers.
The lonely
out
soldiers
there.
of psilocybin. He's just gonna start repeating everything we said with like some caveat to it. No, seriously. Border security is not a joke, though. I think that it's hard to not look at that with
the militants
without the horrible people.
What about the grown male between 17 and 45?
Oh Jesus!
Fit young men.
Why are we putting people in the military that come here? Like, hey, listen, serve and you're good.
War.
Oh wait, we don't want to appear to be the place of opportunity and freedom. My bad. We
What
want
about 'em?
us to know that. We don't want
What
anyone
about
else to
'em?
think that. My God, no, don't come here. We're all in jail. Actually, that's true too. Hold on.
Who sent those guys? Who sent them?
Who sent
to the
who?
land of freedom?
Terror.
The militants.
The militant. Oh my God. Are you high?
I'm fucking high.
I can't fuck with you right now.
Who sent the militants?
Oh,
That's
it's so
all I'm
fun to
asking.
do
Like,
shows with you, but at the same time, I want to throw my microphone at you. I'm like, you fucking asshole, just shut up.
You have now just entered the Twilight Zone.
Well, and speaking of real militants, though, you have seen, people try to sneak through the southern border that are on terrorist watch lists, northern border on terrorist watch lists. So
definitely.
So it's hard to argue with the right. Listen, it's hard to argue
I've
with the
seen
right
a
that they don't
video.
have a security problem, right?
I've seen a video
Fair.
of them watching a guy, and you can hear in the audio as well. They're talking about it. They know he is who they like. This is who we think it is. He's crossing the border, and they did not have the resources to stop that person.
And that's where I go. We need to provide resources to these states so that they don't do psychotic things like Governor Greg Abbott does. We need to provide resources to these human resources for the humane problem. We need to provide secure forces or more border patrol agents to the area to make sure that we start to cut down.
But
and
not
also, I do agree
but not looking for a skin color or a skin tone, or
right. And I do agree that Mexico needs to do their job.
We know
Like,
for a fact our government can
people
zoom in
crossing?
and listen to us right now.
How are people
if they
crossing through
wanted
your
to.
entire country to get here and you don't even fucking try to stop them hardly? Like, we tried to stop them at the border, but once they were in our country, we didn't continue to try to stop them. Could you imagine the shithead answer if we would give that to Canada? Like, we tried to stop migrants, but we just let them come on through. Right? Like, you have to do your job too. And when I say stop, please, people understand that I mean in humane ways that provide understanding and care and give people an opportunity to file for asylum if they have a real fear of where you literally are worried about dying in your own country for political reasons and things of that nature. Let those people have their time.
Look at cannabis that brought all that marijuana across the Canadian border.
Oh man, cannabis was actually, or cannabis was one of the best places you get pot, man. I knew about BC Buds in like 98, bro. 99. Somewhere there. I heard about it the first time. I was like, what's that? And they're like, smoke this shit. And I was like, oh, this is nice.
Oh God.
Right. That was before legalization, of course.
Talking about Chris.
I don't know what you guys are talking about either. I don't do anything illegal.
Uh-uh.
I'm a suburban housewife level.
I don't
It's
even
not
know.
illegal to buy it.
Eat pom-poms.
Get caught with it.
It's like normal people.
Boo pops.
All right, that was too real. We gotta go. Stick around if you want.
Boo
If you're on the
pops.
lives, bounce back in for the lives, or we have another show. But if you're catching these shows later after the recorded date, thanks for checking out Wake and Bake America Radio and the show Two Birds and One Stoner with Mr. Trey, Chris Watkins, and Scotty Pippen, baby.
It's time for Two Birds and One Stoner with me, Mr. Trey. That feel-good show to get you going.
I woke up so motivated, I can't even lie. I've been stressing.
We're not in a position where we should agree. This isn't an easy subject, and that's okay around here.
You see, I got all my game from the streets of California. Young nigga.
I'm not questioning anybody's intelligence. I think we're past that. I'm now questioning the ethics of the situation.
So what, we smoke weed, we're just having fun.
I can't even believe it. I had to hang up on that guy. He just said he used weed that wasn't decarboxylated to cook. I can't do you today.
In my mind, they saying, make them remember your name. If they love you, it's cool. Give them a reason to hate
You could ask yourself an insane question. What if I'm not on any side and I just want the truth?
His gift is a curse. Forget the earth, he's got the urge to pull his dick from the dirt and fuck the whole universe. I'm not afraid.
Hey, maybe we can have a debate over what successful is, but I can tell you one thing. I know I was meant to do this, and no one's going to argue that.
He said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.